My name is Ty Lachelle of HS Support LLC, and this is going to be the Pledge Drive Specialist Information session. Okay, and I'm just going to move along so that I don't get any interruptions. This next slide is going to be the disclaimer. These are the states that ACD Direct does not service at this time: Delaware, Massachusetts, Louisiana, West Virginia, Wyoming, South Dakota, Vermont, California, and Washington State, with the exception of military and military spouses. Again, if you live in any of these states, I suggest that you periodically check back with us to see if your state has been added. Okay, next slide. ACD Direct. It offers exciting opportunities to service inbound pledge drive calls. During these calls, you're going to be collecting donations for companies like ASPCA, Wounded Warrior, PBS, and several more. St. Jude's is one to name a few. Certification is pretty much self-paced. However, we do have like Monday, Wednesday, Friday right now. That could change at a later date, depending on, of course, when you are listening to this video. Right now, I think it's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays that you can come together but still do a self-pace in the Zoom setting. You have approximately 5 to 7 days to complete the certification. Most people will complete it and knock it out all in one day, just one setting. Once you complete this, you're able to create your own schedule. Okay, and then servicing as an independent contractor, ACD Direct requires that you have a clean and quiet workspace. They do require a one-time service fee. This is to cover the background check and onboarding fees. The equipment, I have a separate slide to go over that. In the onboarding process, you're going to do registration. They actually walk you through registration, at which they also will have you all set up to be able to do the voice assessment. Now, mind you, when you're turning in all your information for this opportunity, please be sure that you use the phone number that you want to be contacted on to do your voice assessment. And then if you have like a hyphenated last name, like you got married and you're keeping your maiden name, we will need your married name, whatever is the most recent. Okay, this pledge drive has peak drives starting in March, June, August, and November typically, but it is a year-round project. So in between the peak times, the startup times, you are still allowed to service. In fact, we kind of suggest it as a best practice if you wish to have a better chance and be in better position to service again during the next pledge drive. Okay, starting pay is roughly 20 cents per minute on upwards of 32 to 35 cents per minute. And again, the amount that you make is going to be more so based off of the actual servicing hours that you do, and then also how many clients that you're going to be servicing at one time. Some people do 2 or 3 if their schedule allows for it, and these are usually the people that are doing full-time hours. Pay dates are the 15th and the last day of each month, and you will be creating your own schedule when you're servicing, so it comes in handy that they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, so the hours are flexible. There is no minimum. However, they do suggest that you service a minimum of like 10 or 15 intervals a week, especially in between pledge drives. That helps you to stand a better chance of getting picked back up. Okay, in the equipment, you'll need to have high-speed internet. You're going to have internet that's hardwired with an Ethernet cable. And you're going to need Windows 10 laptop or desktop. Your screen should be no smaller than 15 inches, but it can be bigger. You're going to need a USB headset to take calls on your or from your computer, and make sure that it has a mute button. And also, you may want to invest in noise cancellation. They are inexpensive on Amazon. However, right now it's getting a little bit more difficult to get them because work from home, it is definitely a movement. Definitely something that you want to be doing if you're interested in work from home. This is the best time. This is the right time to go ahead and get started. Again, certification is roughly self-paced. However, we do have the set meeting times just to give you a little bit of structure. We do have those individuals that are in need of a little bit of structure. So you can certainly, and it is mandatory that you at least show up on those times. However, not quite sure if they still make you come if you do it all in, all in one setting. However, I suggest you still go because you never know the examples that you might see of your other coworkers or your co-opportunists that are going through different things that may help you later on down the line. Just give you a bit of a knowledge base, if you will. So also be prepared to read, practice, and learn. You're going to need an antivirus and spyware software. Again, the pay for the certification is a $50 one-time fee. And then when you're on the PayPal paying your $50 fee, please be sure to put in the note section or message section your name, your email address, phone number, and state. These are all, again, what you want to see on your legal documents, and it needs to match your identifications as well. Let's see. You're going to attend the registration meeting. Of course, they're going to walk you through the steps for registration to make sure that you put the right people in the right places. They'll set you up to take the voice assessment. Once you pass that, you'll attend onboarding session, and you'll complete some self-paced work, mock calls, take some calls, and start earning towards your invoicing. Now, your start date is going to depend on the pledge drive that you so when you finish your certification, whatever the next pledge drive is, will determine your start date, basically. Remember that you are an independent contractor, and this is a year-round project, but it has most of the hours during the drive times. Okay, then as an independent contractor, this means that you're self-employed and are responsible for sending in your own taxes to the IRS. We do not withhold taxes. We or any of your affiliates of the platforms that we use, they do not withhold taxes. That is your responsibility. We do have some tips, some best practices. However, we must urge you to consult a tax preparer, someone professional, and that way you can always be safe and legal. Okay, and then independent contractors are not eligible for unemployment. Again, for those in the cheap seats, independent contractors are not eligible for unemployment. When you're signing on with your contracts and such, that is what you are signing, part of what you are signing, stating that you do understand that you are an independent contractor responsible for paying your taxes to the IRS on your own accord, quarterly, annually, however you decide to do it. Most people do the quarterly. Most people don't like to pay that lump sum once a year. But however, whatever floats your boat, do that, of course. Okay, so we're here, and I've paid my one-time $50 fee. What do I do? Okay, here's some quick steps to get you going, get you started. Go to the website, hstaffingsupport.com, complete the application, choose Pledge Drive Specialist as your choice of interest, and click Contact Us as well. So after you do Pledge Drive Specialist, of course, complete the whole application, submit it. We'll know that you're interested in the Pledge Drive Specialist. You can also go to Contact Us and complete this section to include your name, your email address, your state, and what was that? Name, email, state, and telephone number. And of course, the telephone number that you want to receive your assessment call on. Okay, and then after that, you wait to receive your welcome email. If you haven't received a welcome email in what you think is an ample time, I suggest that you reach out to me initially, and then once you get going, you're going to start getting the emails from the certification and onboarding facilitator. And as you're going along troubleshooting, you need to reach out to both myself and the instructor. Most importantly, the facilitator or / instructor for whatever area you're on onboarding or certification, because they're ultimately, I'm just in turn reaching out to them as well. So I suggest you just go ahead and reach out to both. Okay? And then here is my contact information. Phone number 888-838-5853. Extension 800 is the general extension. My direct extension is 801. The onboarding manager, her extension, Gianna, her extension is 802. And then next we have the website listing, hstaffingsupport.com, and then also an email address, company email, hssvirtual@hstaffingsupport.com. And then that's one dot right there. I just noticed that typo. I'll have to fix that for the next slide. Okay, and then here you go. What do? I like all that I'm hearing. I'm interested. I want to get started. Then I need you to go to www.paypal.me/HSS support. HS support. Again, it might be easiest to just do a screenshot of this. Screenshot this and then screenshot the contact information. Here you go. I can do it like that so that way you can get one screenshot and get them both. Okay? So again, I thank you so much for your time, for your patience. Please, by all means, reach out if you have any questions. And I'm so excited to get you started on this work from home journey. I welcome you to the movement.